It is Thursday. That
Hello.
time again. I'm here with the lovely Miriam, as always.
Hi, everyone. I'm in the
She's
living
so
room
lovely.
today. I wanted to show off our Christmas tree, really, but
It's so cozy in there. I love how it
thank
looks.
you. Thank
I love
you.
how we're in the background.
We're in the background. We got our girl Madonna back there. I
Love that.
mean,
You're
it's good to
clearly
go.
playing that guitar.
Oh yeah, I'm like jamming out.
Yeah, you love
I,
chords.
I love chords. As you could see, Kim is pulling out the guitars again.
Yeah, yeah.
I am a very supportive spouse. I'm just like whatever keeps your mind Disney. Oh boy.
Oof.
Woo!
It's been a week.
Was that some kind of Disney combination?
I think it was.
Oh boy. All right, let's let you talk now.
Well, I just want to comment on my favorite part of your background right now. I think,
Tell
though
me.
the tree is wonderful and I love it,
Okay.
the stocking on the books.
Oh yes.
I
Thank
love
you.
that actually.
I was like I was taking decorations out of the boxes. And not that we have a ton, but I'm like, I gotta put this somewhere. Like, oh, I'll shove it in my book tower.
It's
It
awesome.
works. There's no one's name on it,
Yeah,
like it's just
I love
random.
it. It is perfect.
Yeah.
I do have to like freaking Danny was here the night before. So Danny, I hope you pop in. Thanks for the
Danny,
woo.
and by the way, Danny has found me on Instagram and I am so
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, me too. I was like, "Oh my
Yes.
gosh, one. Now we know we can put a face to the person. That's awesome."
Exactly. Yeah, I was very
Yeah.
happy about that.
And his lovely dog.
Adorable.
Love seeing the dog. Elon was also here early.
Hey,
Hope he can pop
Alon.
in.
Awesome.
Hi Mara. What's
There's our
up?
girl Mara.
Yeah. Hello, James. With the cat
James.
emoji. Love it.
Always.
Oh, asking the important questions here, James. Mara, have you been using your library card? I haven't recently, but planning to make a trip this weekend. Mara,
Nice.
you know what we want in the group chat, right? We want the library hall.
We want pictures. Come on.
100%. Hello, Scott Stapp.
Hi, Scott.
Ooh, Elon. Okay, yeah. Everyone tell us what you've been reading. Of course, the reading
Yes.
update is where we talk about what we've been reading. We did skip a show last time, so it's been a little
We
bit.
did.
Maybe we have tons that we've read. Maybe we don't. Well, we're gonna
Sure.
see.
Sure.
We're gonna see. I managed to read the 3 Lazarus hardcovers and the Innocent manga. What were your thoughts?
Nice.
That's awesome. Hello, Batmanda.
Batmanda, I think I know we missed your birthday, but it was like, was it 2 weeks ago? But anyway, hope you had a good birthday.
Yeah,
Happy
happy
belated.
belated.
Yes.
Elon loves the Christmas tree.
Thank you.
Place looks lovely. That's that's super kind, wonderful words from Mara.
Thank
Mara and
you.
Catherine seem to have like the best, most cozy
Oh
living
my,
space. I swear.
they just and they do everything themselves. They're very
Yeah,
handy. It's just
it's. I can't wait to see it one day. You know,
yeah. The thing is, even if I had that talent, I think I'm too lazy to do all the work.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Keep your mind Disney.
Thanks, Larry.
Hello, voracious reader. Oh, I'm glad you're able to join live. That's awesome.
Us too. We're happy to have you here.
Oh, the group chat has been quiet. I'll give you all play-by-plays of my entire weekend. You know what, Mara, please, because you're right. It has been quiet lately. I
It
think we're
has.
all like, may I just
Oh,
speak for you as well, Mara? I think we're all drained from work. I
yeah.
know
I was
that's
gonna
true for
say
Mary.
you could speak for me too.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
I don't know
Uh,
about everybody else, but it seems like well, for me, the month of December is just always more. There's just so much going on with the year wrapping up and
mhm,
holiday things going on and people taking vacations and the whole deal.
absolutely. My dad's about to finish Black Hammer Volume 3. Very exciting.
Nice.
Oh, Alexander made an appearance.
He's creeping around. You coming over here, buddy? Hi.
Innocent Manga is hard. No, Lazarus is superb. Good deal.
All right.
Thank you. It fell on Thanksgiving this year. Okay,
Oh, that's
cool.
right. That's right.
I watched a man called Otto last night with Tom Hanks and loved it. You know, I've been wanting to watch that. Obviously, I read the book, but I haven't watched it. Have you watched it, Marion? Because I know you also read the book, right? Or did you not?
Mm,
Did you read the?
did I?
Yeah, a man called Uva
I really don't know if I did,
Bachman. I
but
mean, you know the book.
yes, but
Yeah.
voracious, I must say. Speaking of Tom Hanks, this isn't that interesting, but I can't stop myself. I've already started. I'm very curious. He makes this coffee It's I don't know if it's whole bean ground, but I know I'm interested in the instant coffee because yes, sometimes I need a quick fix, especially for work. I don't
Mhm.
anyway, you don't need to hear all that part. But Tom Hanks makes a coffee that all the proceeds go to vets. And I thought like not animal veterans.
Right.
And I just think that's the coolest thing. So I keep getting ads on Instagram for it, and I think I'm gonna pick some up for myself and for don't tell my mom. Not that she watches, but I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick up some, some for my mom too, because she likes to have that kind of stuff on hand. But I just think that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that. You're correct, everyone. Come over and let's nab. Let's go, Mara. Absolutely.
Nice.
Started the manga. My dog is a death god, and that's
Hmm.
very good. So
Oh,
what
have you
is
heard of that?
that? I
Wow,
haven't.
you've stumped Kristen. This is a big deal.
Very good so far. I'm gonna check it out. And there's a
Nice.
dog in it. Love that. Okay. I wasn't expecting to cry so much at the movie. I
Wow.
would expect that after having read it. Absolutely. I'm glad you left it though. Definitely want to see it.
I wish I
Um,
could remember if I read that.
I,
I didn't
I,
even
I guess I just made up that you did if you didn't.
I don't even know who I don't even have my phone with me right now. Like normally that's
Oh.
what I check Goodreads on.
Well, you know what? James is the chat. James is so good at like also finding if we've read something on Goodreads. Although I'll say Goodreads is very bad at like showing you friend ratings sometimes.
Yeah, you're
So,
right.
you
I
know.
know. It's
I've
true.
recently read Stardust, so this is Love, Volume 3 of the Fangirl manga, 3 of Heartstopper, wonderful, and reread
Wow.
Carry On, nice.
Now, Batmanda, you read all that from the last time we met?
Yeah, like it last 2 weeks.
I'm so jealous.
It's wild. That is wild.
I got to get my act together.
Um, I get it. I do get it.
I mean, this is a judge-free zone. We don't, if you read one
Yeah,
book or nothing, we're like, whatever. But I want to be reading more, you know?
I'm absolutely with you. But I have to say, I haven't looked through these slides yet. But we
I
already know you're going to have top tier slides. Part of me wants to put mine first because they're bad. They
oh,
always are.
I
But I want to see yours so bad.
I think I only have after I put this here so that I know you like to be surprised, so I leave
Hmm.
this slide in so that you don't accidentally see the first one. But I think I only have one thing in here. I think I have one audiobook in here.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. You want to just dive in?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So this Bookshops and Bone Dust, this is the second in the oh boy. What's the first one?
Legends and Lattes.
Legends and Lattes, and it's actually on the cover of the audiobook right in front of me. Hello.
Also, I just love this slide. that monkey's so cheesing.
I have to say I did have a dog hanging from the other corner with like floppy ears. But every time I went to save it, it was I don't know, it was doing a thing. So I had to take the dog off, but just so everybody knows. But anyway, this was the I'm having a real trouble with words. So this is the what is it, a prelude?
Mm.
This goes before Legends and Lattes.
Yeah, yeah.
In full disclosure, as I listened to the whole thing and realized at the end that that's what it was. So
Nice.
it was an interesting. I was like, oh wow! It like made me appreciate the story more. I know I'm a little strange, but anyway, I really enjoyed. I actually enjoyed this more than Legends and Lattes. Oh, that's Chuck, that guy.
That's Chuck.
I enjoyed this more. I don't know if I got more into the character. I mean, look at this cover, right? But again, because I don't want to spoil anything, because if you haven't listened to or read Legends and Lattes yet, I again don't want to spoil. But this is a cozy fantasy. I will not sit here and pretend that I know a lot about cozy fantasies. All I know is this is the second one I've listened to, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, you just kind of get wrapped up in like the atmosphere of like whether it's if they're in the bookstore or they're sipping coffee and it's obviously for me, like whenever there's a little bit of like battling going on, I get a little bored during those parts, but not enough to take me out of the story. I like more of the relationships between the characters, but cozy fantasy, I didn't even really realize that it was a category that I might like before stumbling upon the very popular Legend Lattes. I feel like people talk about that book a lot. But Kristen, I think you would enjoy both. And since you're like the audiobook queen now, I think you would really enjoy the audiobooks as well because they're well done.
Yeah, I
So,
definitely need to. I love that it's read by the author. You don't get that much in
yes,
fiction.
exactly.
I love that. So that's awesome. I'm glad
And
you're enjoying them.
Travis, I did not like a deep dive, but I simply clicked on his name in Audible, and apparently he does a lot of audiobooks. So I'm like
Oh,
curious to listen to some other stuff just because he does the narration on them. So
that's awesome.
yeah, it's kind of like a Will Wheaton thing because he's so
Mm,
amazing. You just will listen to anything that he does, you know.
right.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so I'm pretty sure I gave it 5 stars. Yeah.
Love that. I'll definitely be checking them out. And James, of course, checked. I gave it a 5 out of
Ah,
5. Jessica gave it a 4 out of 5. Your
Jessica,
review's not there. So
Jessica, why did you? I know you're not here, but why did you take away a star?
yeah, what's going on with that, Jessica?
Uh,
The monkey has a very clean teeth.
right?
I'm the closest I've ever been to reading 100 books in 1 year, but I'm not sure I'll make it with everything else I have to do.
Mm,
Even if you're that close, like that's such an achievement. So you should be
totally.
proud of that. Hi, Brooke. How's it going?
Hey, Brooke.
He flosses for sure.
Oh, no doubt. Every night.
No doubt. Hey, Danny. We were just talking about you earlier.
Yes, Danny. We're psyched that we are now Instagram friends.
For sure. I bet that monkey has good forearms. That's funny, Mara. Okay, so
Oh, look at you being clever.
I read some stuff, and here are things I read.
You know,
It's not that exciting. The actual PowerPoint is not PowerPoint. It's not even a PowerPoint anymore.
I don't know. I
Hold
like
on.
this. I like this lead in.
Well, thank you.
Whoa.
So I did read Batman Wayne Family Adventures 1 and 2. This was for the Fangirl show with Maddie.
Nice.
Um, the one volume 1, like the half of volume 1, it was a reread for me. You can read these for free, which is what I did on Webtoon. So legally free on Webtoon. That is where they're publishing or they're putting them out first, and then they're publishing them in trades, which is awesome. And it's so worth it. It's just like such a fun, like you know me. When's the last time anyone saw me read a Batman book? But
It's true.
it's so fun. I don't even know half these characters. I really don't. I'm not familiar with DC stuff for the most part. But it's so lovely. It is truly just like a family fun dynamic.
Nice.
You have silly stories. They're all short. Some of them are longer, the ones that are like deeper. It goes places you don't expect, and it's consistently like what I want from a superhero book, which is give me your actual real life when you're not just like out fighting and brooding and things like that. And that's really what you get here. And it's lovely. And I totally recommend it, Mary. I think you'd really like it too. So
I know I was tempted, to throw these in my cart for Kim's Christmas presents to me. She handed over a credit card, and I was going to toss these 2 in, and I think I just got lost in all the other sales. So I am curious to read
yeah,
them.
yeah, they're super fun. And Batmanda, I assume you also enjoyed it if you're reading volume
Oh,
2.
nice, nice.
Yeah, James is linking it here if you want to read it.
There we go.
It's a good time. I also read an arc called The Happy Shop. I think I can't remember who publishes this, but it comes out February 13th. It's really fun. It's like aimed at a younger audience, I think, not like super young, but it's about this girl who walks into this shop. It's called The Happy Shop. Are we shocked? And she like is looking at these weird jars that have like really specific things on it, like just for an example, like that feeling when you first get a puppy, or
Mm,
when you wake up in the morning and have the best cup of coffee, like things that make you happy are like labeled on these jars. And it turns out that the people at the shop are able to like capture happy feelings in jars like that.
aw.
And she ends up like, I think she breaks one of the jars, so she has to like work there to like pay off her debt. And she gets to know the shop owners, and like she gets to figure out like how to capture the happy feelings. But sometimes that's not even the best. Sometimes sad feelings
Mm,
end up being happy feelings. It's all about feelings. I really enjoyed it. and it was totally worth it. And yeah, that's a red panda because I love red pandas, and I thought that red panda was adorable.
I think I have this arc too, but I'm so great at reading arcs that I request.
I've decided like one, I need to not request novels anymore because it's
Yeah, I know.
and I say that, and Mary, apparently I requested like a few because I just got one, and I am actually really excited about it. Like I
Is it
didn't think
Riley?
no, well that's funny, but no, I didn't think I'd get approved for it. It's the new Sophie Gonzalez book. I think it's called The Perfect Man Doesn't Exist or something like that.
Oh, cool.
And it's about like a fan fiction character like coming to life or something. I don't know. It sounded really fun, and I liked the book from her that I read this year. I can't think of the name right now, um but yeah, I didn't think I'd get approved for it. And then suddenly I'm approved, and now I'm like, oh no, now I have to
Now,
prioritize reading a novel.
now I have to read it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Let's see. That Wayne Family Adventures distro situation sounds a lot like something Kristen and I were arguing slash discussing about.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? Because no.
I mean, you arguing, discussing with Larry. I mean, this could
Well,
be.
and I'm gonna put this out here in the public because he
Uh-oh.
has not accepted the challenge yet.
Uh-oh.
But
Hit the deck, Larry.
he called me out in his top 10 video that he posted recently. Go check it out. Is a good one. And he was like, "Oh, Kristen and her husband Reed argue with me about the state of like comics and like what, because my dad's like, I want to make everything just go to straight to trade and hardcover. I don't want single issues to exist." And I'm like, well, that would kill comic shops because it would. And there is a large industry there still. I don't even take part in it. Every now and then I'll pick up a single in a comic shop to support them. I think you do the same, Mary.
Yeah, that's my new habit. I take a stroll to Midtown Comics during lunch. Yeah, it's fine.
There you go. Love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a
Well,
lot that goes into it.
and I support my local, my LCS too, because you know what I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he kind of called us out and was like, they don't agree with me, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, we don't. So Reed and I were watching that video, and we had like a 45-minute talk on the couch. We
Wow.
paused it and like went on and back and forth about points that my dad made that are just not it, as well as just like how we feel about things and how like breaking down things. It was just really interesting. I was like, Reed, we need to like have him on for a big debate on it.
Oh yeah, you guys should definitely do
And
that.
talk about it because it is a really interesting thing. Everybody talks about it a lot, especially with our kind of community where like people love the omnibus, people love hardcovers. Like we are in the more collected edition fandom, but we as this fandom need the single issue to exist for reasons, and I have plenty of them. So it is an interesting discussion. I feel like it comes up a lot. I feel like a lot of people say the things that my dad says.
Yeah.
But don't think about these other things. So hopefully that'll happen. He has not accepted my invitation yet. We'll see. Calling you out now, Dad.
Come on, Larry, you could do it. You could hold your own, and it'll be as always a respectful conversation.
Yeah, I mean, we just love talking about this stuff.
Yeah. Which, by the way, since you're talking about that, your dad's the AMA Ask Me Anything video. I won't say why, because for those that haven't watched it yet, you should experience it on your own. But I was on the train heading into the city, watching it, something happens, and I will say I was crying on the train. I'm quite emotional these days, but something happened. I'll just say that. That's a tease so that you go and watch the video. It's very interesting. Larry answers a lot of questions, but something is very heartfelt in it. Then on my way home, I like read some of the comments, and Kristen commented, and that teared me up again. I'm like, this family today, they made me cry twice in one day.
I love that so much. Yeah, people check it out, see if you cry. It'll be great.
That's right.
I purchased these but have not read them yet. You should because they're great.
Nice.
Let's Let's see. I use those Batman comics when I do reading tutoring. Oh, the kid I work with really enjoys them and I
Oh,
love them too. That's awesome.
that's so cool.
Yeah, I love that. The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos still slaps after issue 5, guys. Y'all need to read it. Reactivated my Instagram account after 9 years. Shenanigans will ensue. That's
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with single issues, Danny. In fact, we need to apparently read Christopher Chaos.
Apparently.
Okay, here we go. I don't really feel strongly enough to debate, as I think it's quite possible you are correct. I'm just saying for the long haul, I think this will need to happen eventually. I don't agree.
Yeah.
Why does it? I'm just curious. Why do you think it needs to happen eventually? Like,
I mean, some creators
why?
decide just to go straight to, or is it the creator that decides that, or is it the publisher? But sometimes you see that where it goes right to trade, right? But that
You
should be up to
do.
the creator's decision and the publisher's backing them, I would
Well,
think.
and I mean, there's a reason single issues come out and why most publishers for comics are using that format
Yeah.
because people are already in the shop shopping for single issues.
Exactly.
They cost nothing to make. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
a little stapled comic.
Yep.
It's a I
Yep.
mean, these things are businesses for a reason, you know. They're still
Yeah.
people are in it to make money. That is the point. If it wasn't, then
Yeah.
it wouldn't exist, you know.
And I have to say towards, and not that this is anything that brilliant, but I feel like towards the half end of this year, as we started playing around with singles a little more, I did realize two things, like how much I missed, you know, different covers, being able to look at the covers. Sometimes you lose that, in any collected edition. Most times you do.
Yeah,
I guess
absolutely.
I guess maybe Omnis would be a case where you see the covers, but secondly, just feeling that feeling of accomplishment when you read us, like you feel like, okay, I read it. I read a single issue tonight. Like you feel accomplished, and for my little brain, that helps in life.
Yeah, no, I totally know what you mean. I think that's a good point, and it's a fair point as an entertainment value as well.
Yeah,
I could go on and on about this. In fact, Rita and I did together off camera. And if my dad's not going to be involved, we'll just have to do it live sometime and talk to everybody because
yeah,
I think having the comments and having people chime in and stuff would
yeah.
be
I mean,
fun. So
if anything, it could just be more of a conversation of what people like to collect. Some like us do a
mm,
little bit of everything. Others,
yeah,
like your dad really just likes hardcovers and collected editions. And I mean, it would be kind of cool to see to hear what everybody likes to collect and how they buy it.
hmm for sure. And it seems like Danny is a single issue person. And if they don't sell, we're not going to get the collector editions we love. Absolutely,
Mm,
especially when that's the market we have. Like
yeah,
that's how most of them are set up, and it makes
yeah.
sense. I can't afford to
Oh,
cry anymore after auto. Oh.
they were happy tears, I promise.
For the record, I doubt anyone loves the OG single issues any more than I do. The math just doesn't justify it now. Figure out the dollar per page of a new release. I would disagree. I mean, there's a huge single issue market. In fact, the single issue channels on YouTube, if we're specifically talking about like that collector
Mm,
realm, are way more leaps and bounds more
yeah,
bigger than the collected edition community. This is a niche within the
yeah,
comics,
that's true.
so we sit around and we're like, yeah, nobody likes it, but like people do. People collect them to get something signed. People collect them to get slabbed. Dad, I know you hate slabs, but it's a huge industry.
Yep.
People collect them to hope that they gain value, and some of them do. People love key issues. Like there's a lot of reasons you don't have to like them all, but
Yeah,
they exist. We would lose all those wonderful cover artists.
true.
It's true. That is true. I didn't mean to go on about that. Sorry, Mary. This
All
is why
good.
we need to dedicate a video to it.
All good.
I read Catfight, which is also an arc, comes out in March. There's another cute red panda for you.
Oh,
Mary, I wanted to like this. Look at this cover. I wanted to like this. I have a few things to say. This is an IDW published book that's coming out. The arc, it's the first arc I've ran into where a publisher will have a huge watermark in the middle with
of
the
every
name.
page.
Every page.
Oh, I would have been out of there.
Girl, I stuck with it because I was so mad about it. But also, I was like, why are there cats all over this book?
Mm-hmm.
when it doesn't have anything to do with cats. So the first issue, or each issue within it, so they're like 5 or 6 issues, you see an actual cat on like the first opening page, right? There's like a cat in the corner doing something
Okay.
for each issue. That is the only time, I think, there may be one other time, where you see actual cats involved. So it's about like this family crime syndicate.
Oh no.
And I think the leader was called Kitty something. I can't even remember now, but they all had like cat like title names.
Okay.
And I guess that's where it comes from. But I think the story was quite muddied. The characters weren't interesting. I think the cat puns, and this is from a cat lover, were cheesy and kind of
Mm.
cringy. And the whole like theme with the cats was totally lost for me. And this is not a cat book I'll be picking up, unfortunately. So
All right.
not about cats. There's what you know. Not actually about any cats. It's a bummer.
Listen, it's good that, you read it ahead of time. Maybe you saved a couple people if, if
I
they
saved
if they
myself.
right, if they align with you on cat books, now they know like, all right, maybe hold off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get it at the library at first.
Um, let's see. Speculation is not a good thing. It is for business. I actually collect a lot of everything. I like pro single issues, collect issues of manga, financially draining. I love that variety though, right? Like we
I
have
like
all
that
of
too.
these. Yeah, and we
Yeah.
kind of do the same thing. See, I read the issue 1 of Catfight. It felt like it was okay. Yeah, James, that was the feeling. I feel like it was okay, and then it like went even down further toward the end. So I ended up at a
Mm.
2 for this, 2 out of 5, and I don't want to read the rest, so I wouldn't recommend it. I love the Red Panda, but the comic not so much. I did not like this at all. I feel that again.
Wow.
Totally feel that. It is not getting the best ratings on Goodreads either, from what I've
Oh,
seen.
really?
So, yeah, it's not just me or Voracious either. The last digital arc I read, which comes out the 19th from Iron Circus Comics, is Hex Americana. This is mostly, see, I've been reading this for like, I feel like a week now. And I'd read it off and on, but it's like 366 pages. And
Wow.
listen, it's a graphic novel. Some of them are big. We get it. And I really enjoyed the story. It is about this teenager who's in the car there. He loves racing. His mom does not want him to be anywhere near it because it's dangerous. This whole like universe we're in, there are like creature elements to it. So there's just different like species of creature. That kid in particular, he wears a beanie all the time because the back of his head is like a big mouth.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's like different little kind of magic kind of creature kind of things within it. We have a great cast of characters. The guy on the bottom there, he's a ghost and he can't pass on. So he's stuck in that car, which he was a big racer. He was a legendary racer and he died in that car. And this kid like stumbles upon him, and then that's kind of where the story goes. So it was a fun adventure. I do think it was a little long, but I ended up at like a 4. I really liked it,
Okay.
and I do recommend people checking it out when it comes out.
I didn't think that was going to turn that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. That's what I read.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Should we have a break in our regularly scheduled programming to
sure.
open one of our book advent calendars?
I'd already opened mine and I wasn't.
Do you have yours nearby?
I could go get it.
You don't have to. I'm just curious. That's up to you.
You're like, I want to remember which book.
Because I have no idea. Yeah.
It's something about a frying pan. It was like a cat. Like it's definitely a cozy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it.
By like Jill
Okay.
Winston or Jill.
You'll put it on your Instagram.
Yeah, I'll put it on later tonight.
Yeah.
Because I have my other things to. If anybody's following us along on Instagram, thank you for not
Yeah,
unfollowing us.
right. Thanks for checking those out. We've been opening several advent calendars, but I think the
Yes.
most fun and interesting ones obviously are what you started, which are the book ones, and then Reed and I put our heads together and we were like, let's get Mary one too.
You guys were so fast. When that box arrived, I'm like, these two, they did not mess around.
I told Reed, I was like, I think she may be surprised because I definitely mentioned we wanted to do it, but I
I
haven't talked
know.
about it since.
I was surprised, and I was like, and I remember saying, "You don't have to do that. That's not
Mm.
why I did it for you," you know. So when I got that, I was like, I was really surprised.
Well, I hope you're having fun with it because we definitely
Oh, I
are.
am. I
Yeah.
am.
Okay. Let's go. Let's
And
go.
you can't see it, but I have all the books under the tree, so I go over there and take the right number each day.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. All right. ASMR.
Ooh.
Is it too loud?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I forgot that the paper was like that.
I did too. Here we go. I got it. We're done. Maybe. Okay. Without Merit by Colleen.
There it is.
Oh no.
You have a Colleen Hoover book.
Oh my gosh. It's so
I
funny.
found that at a library sale. I'm like, there's no way I'm not putting that in the Advent book gift.
You know what's so funny? Unfortunately, my friend Stephanie is not in the chat. I will have to talk to her about this later because she's recently gotten into Colleen Hoover.
Has she?
Yeah, and we had to talk about it. I said, I gotta tell you, Stephanie, Mary and I refuse. Like, we don't want to. And I was like, which kind of makes us want to. At some point, I feel like we actually will because we think it'll be funny to talk about.
I know. Well, I have to tell you, if you talk to anybody that admits it or they're not even shy to admit it, like my friend's sister reads her, and I respect my friend's sister greatly. She's an awesome
Talked about it,
person.
right?
And she loves it because she can just fly through it, you know?
And
Like,
that's
"Oh, yeah."
that's one of the things Stephanie said. I think she's like,
Yeah.
I just love that. She's like, honestly, I feel like she's got me back into reading. And I said, well, that's great. I said, I love
Exactly.
that, you know.
Yeah. So listen. So in case anybody can't figure this part out, we created these Advent calendar book gifts to give to each other. We sent 24, or is it really 25? It depends on what we decided to pick for the 25th for each
Right.
other. But anyway, like they could be books that we think the other one will really like, or jokes, or like this one. I mean,
Great joke.
you know. So, but the thing is, we both don't remember what each number is, like what each book is. So it's a surprise again. Like, oh yeah, I put that in there.
Well, did you love that reaction though? Because I really did read the top. It was like, without Merit, bye.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't expect that. And I haven't heard of this one. I know she has like a million though. Like she's quite prolific.
She writes like one a month comes out, I feel like.
Truly. That's so funny. It's so exciting. It's got a nice cover feel.
It's actually a nice paperback.
Yeah, it is a really nice paperback. Well, thank you, Mary.
Oh, you're welcome anytime.
I actually will read this at some point because I have to. That makes the joke, right?
That's right.
Love that. Also, I do have my pathetic vampire life near me. Which made me laugh.
I read the first one and I did really enjoy it.
Oh, good.
So
that is exciting. I'm excited.
You like how I separated them too? Like
I
could have had them 2 days in a row, but I'm like, that's not a surprise.
Yeah, I really like that. Danny says, oh, don't get it twisted, guys. I prefer collected editions, and I do agree with Larry that speculation isn't good.
Yeah. Well, we agree that speculation isn't good in that one sense, but like you said, it is good for businesses to make money.
Right. I mean, I think it depends on what you mean by that.
Right. Like, yeah, I don't like myself when I buy something based on speculation. I regret it and I feel horrible. So yeah, I agree on that side of it.
Oh, absolutely. Mary, I will never get over how cool the idea of a book advent calendar is.
Thank you.
Truly.
Thank you, Batmanda.
Let's see, is anyone else reading Darkwing Duck? I can't wait for Justice Ducks. I can't wait for those to come out in hardcover, which apparently they're releasing the trade, the paperback, and the hardcover.
Oh, nice.
So I'm sure it'll just be a little standard or something, but I'm going to buy them, Danny. I'm stoked.
Cool.
Let's see. People speculating that issues are going to be worth money and buying them because of that seems to take the fun out of it. I see, mean fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I mean, I don't care what people do with their money, right? Like, if you're not
Yeah.
hurting someone, I don't know that that's hurting anything.
You know what? This makes me think of something totally sidebar, but only maybe a couple dotted lines to what we're talking about. I mentioned that like for Christmas, Kim was like, "Why don't you just pick out the books you want on In Stock Trades? Just use my credit card." And I asked her how much I could spend, and she's like, "I want you to get what you want." So I picked out a bunch of like I went more of the route. I went like kind of willy nilly, and just because some of the sales were so incredible, I just like bought stuff that I typically wouldn't buy because it's like free money, you know.
Yeah.
So I just kind of that's how I went into it versus like, oh, I want to pick like my top picks off my wish list. I didn't do that. But anyway, one of the omnis that I was really interested in was that Marvel Age Omni. And I remember when it first came out, and no shade on any other channels because a lot of these channels are our friends, like no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But I I like I picked that book because I picked that Omni because it was like I think 50% off. And it was one of those Omnis that everyone's like,
Who
you know,
asked for this?
oh yeah, like who
Mm.
asked for this? And it's like, I get it. It's a joke. Like I get it's like a shtick and it's like a joke people do, but like I don't know why lately that's just been irking me a lot. It's like when you say that, like, listen, we're on here talking about comic books, reading, manga, we talk about everything here, right? And we have friends in the chat who take time out of their day to like hang out with us. I think that's pretty cool. And if I say that, what if like somebody in the chat like loves the book? I'm going, oh, who asked for that? Like, I wouldn't say that, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I
Well,
understand that everyone's not like, oh, like, so it's not about being sensitive, but I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't say that because we all have so many different tastes in what we like to read, what we like to collect, what we like to buy. It's different. Like, I don't know. Lately, when I hear that, it like sets me off. So I just wanted to say it. I just want to say it. And thank you for listening.
I totally get it. And I mean, that's the same deal as like, I'm not calling out my dad for this because he didn't say it in this way, but like there are people who are genuinely like, no one's buying single issues. No one's wanting any of those. Let's get rid of it all. And it's like, that's not true. Like,
Mm,
if that were true, that would be gone. I mean, that's actually how businesses work, right? Like,
yeah.
that would be gone and completely.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. It's like people they keep coming out with those Marvel Age books for different
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Well, if they didn't sell well enough, why would they keep
Right.
doing it?
And I just think I come from the mindset of if I see if I'm looking around on in stock trades as we all do, and there's a book I'm not interested in, I just keep scrolling. Like I don't. There's so much I am interested in
Yeah.
that
We
like
listen, we don't need more to be interested in, do we? Like, we don't.
exactly.
It's
I
like,
just I don't know.
sorry, yeah, it's like people, when I got rid of my Paper Girls books.
Oh, let's call her out because we love Bar,
Bar
but Bar was on you. She was
Bar
like,
was up to
"Why'd
my
you
butt
do
about
that?"
that. And here's the deal, I like Paper Girls. I don't need to own
Yeah.
everything.
And in this same conversation, I had to have the floppy, Omni that came out, and
Yeah.
when I bought it, you were like, "That's awesome, you're so
Yeah.
happy to get that."
Yeah, and people lose their minds about those too. They're like, "Ooh, it's too big in paperback." There's clearly 1, an audience for it, 2, they're nicely priced, and
Yeah,
3, they're actually really nice and floppy.
yeah,
I don't understand the big deal. If you don't wanna buy it, guess what? You don't have to.
there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Whew.
Darkwing Duck is Darkwing amazing?
Well, James.
But you might wanna test out Gargoyles before buying it. I didn't care for that much.
Hmm,
I did get that Halloween single issue from a comic shop I traveled to support them, so I will read that at some point.
Kristen.
Mary, you are correct. It's not really cool to do that. We all love different things. It kind
And
of gets to me a little too.
by the way, Larry, when I watch some shows and they say that, and I know for sure it's something you're interested in, I get extra fired up and I text your daughter. And I'm like,
Yeah.
they just said that. And I know your dad probably wants that book. Just so you know,
Yeah.
I get in an uproar for your
And
sake
as
too.
while we're on the subject, how about When some people say unreadable Squirrel Girl omnibus,
Oh,
who asked for that?
Jess, she's coming for you. Jess, if you happen to see this, Kristen's coming for you.
Jess, you freaking bought it, didn't you? Like, you
Oh.
supported it. I don't know why you keep calling it that. I know you think you're really funny when you say it, but you're not. So I'm just saying, maybe also don't say that unless you've read it all.
Oh, she's coming out swinging.
So anyway, you're so right, Mary. This is why I love you both. And this channel, that's incredibly
you.
sweet. Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
You can find Gargoyles #1 and Ollie's in the comic mystery bags. James. I'm gonna go check that out, James.
If you want, next time I go see my mom, you want me to look for those for you?
Please. I would love that. Yes, absolutely. I like never pay attention to those mystery bags. So, and yeah, I kept Paper Girls in the family. It's for a good cause.
Everybody wins.
That's what makes this hobby so awesome. There's something for everyone. Exactly.
Agreed.
Exactly. We don't all have to like the same things in the somethings, right?
And by the way, Larry, I'm super excited for that Godzilla Omni. There
you go.
I'm excited for Rom too. And Kristen doesn't even know this. I pre-ordered Rom. What?
Hold on. Where did you pre-order from?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
It was a while ago.
Just curious.
Because everybody was talking about it, and that much like Hellboy.
Got that FOMO, huh?
It's not even the FOMO. You know me. I'm like a trash panda with Omnis. Like there are certain ones I want, and otherwise I just wait for them to go like real cheap.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But rarely does one come out that like that I know I really want, and I don't want to mess around. Yeah, could I maybe on the day that it's released get it for a certain percentage less? Possibly, but I want the peace of mind.
Absolutely, you're supporting Bronze Age goodness. There you go.
Thanks, Larry.
I've said this many times in chat, but watching these videos and hearing y'all talking about this has changed my perspective about buying / letting go of books.
Love that.
Amanda, I really love that. I assume you mean when I'm like, hey, I don't need to own everything. Is that what you mean? I love that. Oh, sorry I'm late, but hope you're both having a good week. Hayden. We're glad you're here. I hope you're also having a good week.
Our week just got better because you're here.
Absolutely. Oh, it's so true. Here. Elaborating. I should have clicked it. I used to buy everything I wanted to read and let go of almost nothing. Now I mostly use the library and only buy things I know I'll love, and I let go of the books I don't love. That's the way to go. Don't you kind of sometimes? This is dramatic and it'll never happen, Mary, but let me put you in this headspace. Don't you kind of want to sometimes just be like, start over your collection? Just a little bit? Listen.
That's extreme.
Maybe I mean when I was younger and started getting books, perhaps I should have had my headspace now. But I think this comes with aging, right? This comes with time. This comes with knowledge and thinking about things and seeing different perspectives, like Batmanda says.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just saying. I would just love to like have most of my collection read, and it's just not going to happen at this point.
This is the time of year I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, on YouTube, on BookTube, whatever you like to follow, whether it's Comics Pros, whatever, that I keep seeing Read What You Own, like different versions of the Read What You Own, like book tag or event or whatever you want to call it. And I recently just saw one. It was like something like cleaning out your Kindle, like just another way to like try to read the things that we pile up. And every time it sounds like the best idea in the world. And then then what happens? But I would love, like, I know it's not time quite yet, but maybe soon. But like, we always talk about like the new year. I would just love if I could just start reading more of what's already here. But I also don't want to lie to myself.
I got to say, when we get to the things we read, I only read stuff I own, except the arcs except the digital stuff I shared, right?
Okay.
And I'm happy about that. Yeah.
I actually, well, granted, I only read 2 things that are physical, but I did already own them. So, okay.
That counts.
Yeah.
It's much better and more sustainable system. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Heartstopper 5 came out today. It's so
Oh,
good. I pre-ordered that, but I haven't gotten it yet. I'm very excited.
oh,
I
we pre-order everything now.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Here's the deal. For anyone who doesn't know, by the way, the Heartstopper volumes are like over 50% off on Amazon US. They're like $6 a book.
Wow.
So, Mara,
Mara. Oh no, Mara, go to the
oh,
library.
go,
Oh,
get her from the library. Sorry.
Catherine.
Oh, Catherine. Good to
I
see
was
you.
wondering where you were, but I didn't want to be
Yeah.
nosy.
Drive safe.
Yes, please drive safely.
I have a lot of room in my library, but I will reach a limit, and then I may have to start raising the bar on what can stay. And that day is not today. Yeah, you have a little bit of a problem, Dad. Just saying.
What, with the storage?
With the buying everything.
Oh,
He's got it down. He's trying.
Listen, we've seen it. He has cut it down.
But he is also the guy. He has to have a copy of everything he's read.
Larry.
That's too much. That's too much. Can you imagine?
No.
Yeah. Mary, do you play guitar?
I don't. My wife Kim plays, and it's funny. Sometimes I'll come out here, regular day, whatever, and I'll look over there and I'm like, I haven't seen that guitar before. I don't ask questions. We all have our hobbies. I have books all over the place.
Yeah.
So be it, right? But to answer your question, no, that's Kim's. She loves to play just to she's not like out here like writing songs or whatever. She just like it's relaxing to her. So she plays.
That's fun. Okay. I read that. Oh, it went twice. Weird. Also, I think using the library more has helped me read more because those books come with deadlines. It's true. It's true. Don't go to the library. Don't listen to Danny Mara. I love how that emoji looks exactly like the guitar.
Oh, you're right. It does.
Yeah. So you read 2 things.
I did.
That we haven't shown, of course.
Trying to decide because there's 2 very different opinions on what I read. Okay, let's go. Finally read. Sorry, I have a ring light tonight. What the hell is this thing called?
Joker Operation Joker.
I mean,
I know. Maybe it's a translation thing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but it upsets me.
Yeah,
it makes me stumble on the name. But anyway, I adored this book.
Well, so great. Like
so great.
Oh, right.
I gotta tell you, the art's incredible in it too.
Right. It's really good.
So basically, the Joker gets into a little tiff, we'll say, with Batman, and something happens. Next thing you know, Joker is responsible for raising a little Batman. That's all I'll say. And it is the cutest thing. You see this change in him, and I am currently reading the 2nd volume, so I don't want to accidentally say something because it's a little blurred for me. But Harley comes over and he's like all concerned, be careful, don't
yeah, she busted in the glass and he's like, whoa.
Yeah, you gotta clean that up. What if baby Batman, or what does he call him? Baby Bats? Crawls around, he's gonna get glass on his hands, and he just basically kicks her out, makes her leave because she's not acting right. And he's freaking out because he's trying to get him into a nursery school, and he realizes there's all these procedures to do that. It's so great. It's so great. And other than it being from the same creators, I find myself loving this so much more than the Superman one.
Yeah.
I think I said to you, I really enjoyed the Superman. What is it, Superman versus Meshy?
Versus Meshy, yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the first one, but when I started to read the second one, I was just kind of pulled out, because I was just it just seemed like more of the same. It's still very fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I would have just been good with the first one because I really enjoyed it for what it was.
Also, it's how long can you do that bit, right?
Well, that's it, right? Maybe that's it.
Yeah. I think that's what it is with that one, which I also really enjoyed because it's like
Yeah,
just Superman eating food, but and
yeah,
I don't like Superman, but I did
yeah.
enjoy it. But there's something about that one. It's so charming and
It
so
is charming.
funny.
Yeah.
It's
So
very
if anyone's,
funny.
it's like, yes, it's manga, but it's not manga.
Yeah, it's
Like,
wholesome.
yeah.
I just
So,
love that it exists. That DC was like, yeah,
we're doing
we're
this.
doing this.
Yeah. And
It's
even the
so good.
Superman book too. Like, it's just so cool to like just see something different, you know?
Absolutely.
Um,
I
but yeah,
appreciate the decisions DC's making, honestly, with the manga
yeah,
and the webtoon. It's like they're doing something different that's getting different
yeah.
audiences, and I think it's really smart.
And it's, they're taking a chance on stuff but they're smart decisions.
Absolutely.
So, and then the second thing I read is Kristen's fault.
Oh.
Just Kristen gifted me this because she's like, you should try this out.
Oh, yeah.
This is.
And you're
Sorry,
mad about it.
I'm mad about it. I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad about it. So this is Johnny Wander, and it's Our Cats Are More Famous Than Us. See, this is another title. The title of this book really is Johnny Wonder, Our Cats Are More. Johnny
No, the
Wander.
guy, that's the guy's name. That's the author's name.
Okay, I just got upset because then. But wait, oh, so the artists are. Okay, I got it. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Beautifully made book. Look at these end papers. Come on.
Gorgeous book, yes.
And then look at this. Look at this. Look at this art. I mean, it's beautiful.
I gotta tell you, if anything, if it's any consolation, I found that at a book sale at our local library, and it's brand new. And I was like, "Oh, well," and I had a copy already, so I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Mary a copy." Like,
So, so the art in this, loved it. Love the art in this book. The only thing is like there's different color tones, so you get like I didn't love this red. This was hard on my eyes.
yeah, make it big here. Yeah, I get that.
But don't go anywhere. But then like when you go to this, I was like, yeah, I love this stuff because I don't know, maybe it's just my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
The red was tough on me. But anyway, so here's the thing. I thought this thing was going to be chock full of cats, cat humor. I used to have cats. I used to have 3 cats all living here at one time in my life. Oh, sorry. There was not a lot of cat stuff in this book. I wanted more cats, less people.
I believe I told you I read this years ago, so I don't have the best memory of it, but I still have the book in my collection. So I was like, I must have liked it. Okay. But I think the one complaint I do remember is, yeah, there should have been more cats in it for sure.
Because a lot of the cat stuff was like very relatable. I think even if somebody like has pets in general. So yeah, I feel like I have a sticky in here. Oh, I wanted to read this one to you all because it reminded me of us yelling at Mar to get a library card. So it says a Netflix for books. There should be a Netflix for books. And then this other guy turns back all annoyed and he screams, "The library!" So it made me think of us.
That's really funny. Yeah.
Never stopping with Mar to get a library card. But anyway, I'm glad I read it. I do think this is if you read this, like, I don't know where this actually first came out, but if this is like a webtoon and you read like a strip a day, maybe I think that would be a totally different experience. But to read them back to back, it just didn't work for me. I'm not looking here to like sit here and rip apart the book. I loved the art. I should probably say exactly. This is going to go over well without my reading glasses on. I'm assuming the artists are. I know one of them is Yuko Ota. But then there's another person listed, Anath Hirsch, possibly. Sorry, I'm not coming here with all the facts. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad I read it. It was for the art, I'll say. But I think I gave it 2 stars because of the humans,
Mm-hmm.
not enough cats.
I think I ended up giving it 3 from my
Did you?
memory. Yeah. But I'm glad maybe you got something out of it. You're welcome to throw it in a little free library,
I think that would be
pass
probably
on the
nice.
love. Yeah.
Yeah. And your girl Raina is on the back.
Right?
Johnny Wander is my favorite comic on the internet.
So wait, is that not the guy's name?
I'm
Is
just
there not
realizing
a
that,
guy? I don't know.
and I didn't read that to be a buster here.
No, and my memory of it is like not. I'm like, I don't even know where I put the book. I don't know why I'm trying to find it. That makes sense. Okay.
We're quite the duo here, because I can't. If I could find my glasses, I could definitely give you some more info. Oh yeah, a Johnny Wander collection, but that doesn't mean anything.
No, I think you're right though. You're right. More castless people is what I want every day.
Right.
My dad says Mary for president.
Thank you.
Said dogs to that too. Absolutely.
Hey, I'd like that.
Let's go. All the pets.
So there you have it.
Okay.
But by the way, you and Reed sent me a letter with that. So make sure. I was using that as the bookmark, that package. So I'm going to make sure I don't donate your letter.
Yeah. That was Reed's doing it, I believe.
Yeah, it started with, "Dear Mary, this is Reed."
Yeah.
I think I actually read this on a live stream. I'm writing you because I forgot to tell Kristen to do it before I packed up everything.
Yeah, he's funny.
All right.
Joe's here.
Hey, Joe.
That's what I say about the Godzilla movies. Less people, more monsters. Nice.
Absolutely.
Well, I've got a little bit of a stack of stuff I read, and I'm kind of going to breeze through them. I got to tell you. Okay.
Don't do that because of me.
No, not at all. I'm just going to go through them. This is from Humanoids, in vitro. I know. I got this from I think at Half Price Books at some point. In the cover here, they're holding a little sample jar. So it is about this couple's journey to doing IVF, and specifically it's from the husband's point of view, and like him having a problem with his situation. McKay's. Okay, I got it from McKay's apparently. Reed felt the need to come in here and tell me that. Hi, Buffy.
Hi, Buffy.
Buffy can be here. You don't think she can be here? Okay, Buffy, you can't eat that. She's trying to eat this.
Oh.
It's fine, Reed.
It's not?
Reed, I'm trying to have a show. I'm live.
You're live?
You want to say hi to the camera, Reed? Buffy and Reed here.
Hi, Buffy.
She just talked a lot.
Yeah, she did.
Come on, give us your beautiful singing voice.
Oh,
some purrs. Okay. Okay, Reed. I think they can hear the TV from in here.
Well, they can?
Probably.
Don't probably me.
You can.
Mary confirmed it.
Mary.
Sorry.
People are saying hi, though.
Hi, everybody.
Bye, Reed. Okay. Sorry for that interruption. Anyway, this was really fun and interesting. Fun. I guess not fun. What? Dude couldn't close the door.
He's looking for attention.
He's absolutely looking for attention.
He's going to come in and yell at me for saying that.
Probably. I really like the art throughout this. It was just interesting. It's not a story I feel like we see a lot. I feel like I learned stuff, and cool. I did learn this couple is in Paris.
Uh-oh.
That looks for Mary.
Glared. This couple's in Paris, and I learned that in Paris they pay for 4 rounds of IVF for all citizens.
Of course they do.
And I was like, wow. You know how much that costs in the US? A lot of money. Okay.
Well, I think off the bat, it sounds interesting that you're getting the male perspective in that.
Oh yeah, and that's totally different.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even think of a comic that I've read that's the female perspective of that, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was super interesting, and I
Nice.
like how it was told. Tours are hard. Do you guys do the thing where you pretend to be frozen off camera too? Looks like it for a second.
Oh, you did. That's funny. I thought the same thing.
We were just staring at each other. Yeah. Dramatically. Okay. I also read from the lovely Mary M. At some point, he sent me this. A Distant Neighborhood. Oh my gosh. So I've been staring at this cover and like wanting to read this for a long time. Then you read it and you loved it, right? And then I read it. Let's see, it's almost 400 pages. And I loved it too. Totally 5 stars. This book was so interesting, and I just love the story, love where it went. It's about a man, he's in his 40s. He, I believe, passes out one day or like goes to sleep or something, but he wakes up in his 14-year-old body in the past, in his parents' house back then, and he's like, what's going on? So he has his older brain and his younger body.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to figure out why and what's going on. He's starting to figure out too, when he doesn't immediately go back to the present day, that, oh, I might be able to change some terrible things that happened. But can he? Should he? So that's what happens. I also really like the art, and it was a fun journey. I didn't expect where it went, and I really liked where it went, and I was like, this is great. So it's a good time.
That's an example of a book that I really did enjoy it, and I knew that you wanted to read it, and I'm like, I wouldn't say that I would never read that again, but I'm like, sometimes you gotta let go of stuff.
I get it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I get it. And
That's
I
an
appreciate
example.
that. Yeah, that's very lovely and sweet of you to send it to me. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Thank you for that. Also, I finished My Cat is Such a Weirdo, Volume 1. Y'all just saw Buffy. She is a weirdo. And I felt like I very much saw her reflected in this. Even just the back cover, like that's her. That's her being weird. So yeah, I really, really love this. I look forward to more volumes. It is real life depictions of her cat being a weirdo, and she has 2, I think. Yeah, 2. And I love that. There's also images throughout of like her real cats, which is really cool.
Cute.
Yeah, it was a good time. And it's full color manga.
Nice.
Messy Roots, which I read for the last fall into reading. It was great. Yeah, it was absolutely great. Worth the hype. I really like the art. I like how she depicted her life. It is nonfiction about her growing up, really. Just about her life growing up and her culture and what it means to her. And yeah, it was just really great. So I liked it a lot. I would like you to read this, Mary. I think you'll enjoy this too. And it was a good time.
I have that on my shelf.
Of course you do. You should read it. A Distant Neighborhood sounds like an excellent Twilight Zone plot. Yeah, you'd probably like it, Dad, if you know what? It's not.
It's a hardcover.
Well, you know what? It's a hardcover, and
it reads.
It's Western style. Yeah. Dad, maybe you should get those. You know, it is black and white.
He might like that.
Yeah, you should. I literally got Messy Roots from the library specifically for the reading program, and then I didn't read it. Been there and gotten things from the library and didn't read it.
That happens.
Yeah, a lot. Where Monsters Lie by the great Kyle Starks, of course. This is also great. I really enjoyed it. It is about like a retirement community for like kind of like the serial killers we see in movie, right? like all these kind of killers, right?
I gotta get that book.
Hijinks Ensue. Yeah, I think you'd enjoy it. It was very fun. So definitely enjoyed that. I'm not sure there's anything I read that I didn't love, actually. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. I also, of course, finished the second volume of what you were talking about.
Oh
Look
my
at this
goodness.
cover. I can't handle it. It's
Can I
so
show the
so
back of
cute.
this cover too? Can you even?
Let me
I mean,
make that
can you
big.
even?
I
Wait,
love
sorry
it
for all the glare.
so much.
There we go. I mean, it's
It's so
so
cute.
cute. Can't
It's
take
so
it.
cute. So cute. So love that. 5 stars, of course. Betwixt, I finally read.
Oh, good. You read it. What did you think?
I did. I gave it a 3, you know.
Yeah,
I think that's where you landed.
I did. I did land
Yeah,
at
I
3.
liked the concept where, you read one side and then you
So
turn it.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
super neat. Haven't experienced that before. I think that concept alone was well done. I do think like any short story collection, some of the endings didn't land. Some of them should have been longer,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
But it was ultimately like entertaining and I don't regret getting it and reading it. So
Are you going to hold on to it? I can't seem to part ways with it.
it's like part of me is like, oh, I don't need to keep it. But the other part of me is like, it's kind of my Ito collection, isn't it?
Well,
You
that's
know, even
because
though
of the
it's
cover.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does the intro and he does the cover. He doesn't actually have
Yeah.
a story in it, and it's like that nice, perfect size to go with all of them.
Yeah.
And it may be a silly reason, but I think I may keep it for that. You know? Mimosa was probably the most disappointing read I had. This is the creator of Grease Bats. Nice hardcover. It was heavily discounted on Amazon. Shout out to Jessica for letting me know about that. So it was worth the money I paid for it, but I don't know. It's about like this queer friend group who are, I think they're in their, some of them are almost 40. So like late 40, well, mid 40s, late 30s. So it's an older friend group. I feel like we don't get a lot in certain aspects of that, right? And I really like the art. Again, I really like this author from Greasebats. And there were certain aspects I liked about it. I didn't hate the book. I think I landed on 3, right? Thought it was okay. But it didn't go anywhere. And I ultimately left being like, why did I read this? And it didn't go. Like, it just didn't go anywhere. And I was like, what was the point again? Other than just to depict that. And that's great. And I think a lot of people may get something from reading that, but I was just like, meh.
I can't remember if I read that or not.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks familiar to me, but I guess I didn't. I don't know.
I guess I didn't.
I guess I
just
didn't.
like, I guess I didn't. The Sad Ghost Club. I did read the first volume of this.
Oh, that looks cute.
Yeah, and it's ultimately there's a lot of mental health talk in this, and you do follow like a sad ghost who's having anxiety about being invited to a party. Doesn't know if he should go to the party because, like, what if he doesn't meet somebody or talk to anybody? Blah blah blah, and he ends up meeting another sad ghost at the party, and then it's about them hanging out. And I really liked it. I know there are a few more books in the series, so I may want to pick them up. They are published in the UK. I got this used at a bookstore, but I know you can probably find them online somewhere too. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So
nice.
Yeah. And of course I reread El Defo, which was just as good, if not better, than I remembered it. And I think this is a staple for everyone to read if they haven't read yet. It is nonfiction about a young girl, her real life in the 70s maybe. Does it say in the back? No. When she's growing up, when she becomes deaf. Deaf. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I was trying to remember the year, and I'm like, I really can't remember the year. I feel like that's important because, like, our technology obviously has become better and better with hearing aids and stuff. Because she ends up having to get this big hearing aid, and she's a young girl in school and dealing with that. But yeah, it's really interesting. It's a story I feel like I haven't read since I first read it to now. Which always makes for an interesting memoir. And this specific edition, the Superpowered edition, has a lot of like process stuff in the back and 40 pages of like all new material, including like actual photos of like her when she was a kid with the big hearing aid and stuff like that. It's really interesting. So
nice.
Yeah, I love it.
By the way, I went ahead and ordered that edition that you held up because
Yeah.
when you did that live with Jessica, you were like flexing with your superpower special edition.
It's a nice edition.
I was like, ooh, I want that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Have
And
you
it's
read
funny.
it before?
Well, here's the thing. I really thought there's a theme here tonight. I really thought that I did,
Mm.
but I think I had every intention because I know you loved it. A lot of people love that book, and I think I borrowed it a lot of times on Hoopla.
Mm.
I don't think I actually read it.
Well, I love that you will get to
So-
dive into it.
So I wanted that edition because
Yeah.
that looked nice, and it was like $12. So
That's worth it.
yeah, I was like,
It is
whatever.
really nice too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What neighborhood does this neighborhood take place in? We'll never know. Have you seen Strays yet? If you haven't, you're gonna love the narrator dog. His master is a secret serial killer. I have not seen it yet.
Oh,
So that's what I read.
nice. You'd read a lot,
Thank you.
I'd say.
Yeah, I tried.
Good job.
Thanks. Do we want to talk about anything we want to read, or do you have a little something?
Let me see. I have stuff to finish. I need to finish the volume 2 of Joker, Operation Joker / Joker 1, Joker Operation, whatever that title
Right.
is.
Right.
I want to finish that. I also started the audio book for Bright Young Women,
Mm.
and that's the one that's loosely based on Ted Bundy, but it comes from the victim's perspective, which I started listening to the audio, and it's so interesting. Like when you sometimes hear that, like, oh, this book or this documentary or this or that, it comes from the side of the victims. And it's what do you call it, where this book it's fiction, so it's loosely based on the Ted Bundy cases, but off the bat the first one is definitely like one of the major cases that happened at the sorority house. And you're hearing like, oh, the friends getting ready to get together to go out, like it's that kind of, because it's fiction, they were like really like telling stories, so you really get a feel. You get a
Mhm.
feel for like the one friend that horribly finds her friends, assaulted, and it's just, it really punches you in the stomach. It's such a unique story the way they're doing it. And here's the thing though, like I really can't tell, because I know a lot about Ted Bundy. I can't really tell if you're not interested in specifically that true crime case, if you'll enjoy this sort of like, if you'll enjoy this fiction work based on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. So I'd like to finish that or continue listening to that. I am chipping away at the Monster Size Hellboy Omni, which
Love
I'm
that.
enjoying. I've just been reading a couple pages, really, a day, if that, and I'm just enjoying it. I'm not going to pretend that I'm finishing that thing
Oh, it's
anytime
enormous.
soon. Yeah, exactly. So, and I think that's all I'm working on. So that's kind of a lot. I have a couple things, like this was actually one that Reed and Kristen had sent in my Advent book calendar. Oh, geez. So I was excited to get this because I know that Noah Van Sciver is someone that Reed adores, and you like him too, right?
I like his art, but I think I still haven't read anything from him.
Oh, really? So I
Yeah.
definitely have never read anything. So I was excited to get this in my Christmas gifts because it's exciting, because I've always been curious. So I think I could tackle this week.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a nice
And,
mini comic. Yeah.
Just some other maybes. I have, your dad's going to be psyched about this one. So I ordered the Godzilla, the Half Century War.
Nice.
And so this is Stoko, and the art is like, even if you're like, I don't even care about Godzilla, the art is just amazing in this book. So maybe I'll start that. I know you're going
Nice.
to be like, who am I? I have the first volume of Poison Ivy, The Virtuous Cycle.
So fancy. Look at you.
This was a Black Friday. Mary was shopping.
Nice.
here we are.
There we
Is
are.
this on Hoopla? Yes, Kristen.
It-
It's on Hoopla. It's also in my hand.
Mara, it's at the library.
Mara, go to the library. Don't do what I did. So I kind of have those 3 in my, if I finish, or, who knows, pile of possibilities, right?
Mhm.
So we'll see. How about you?
I love that.
Thanks.
Well, I think Mara was referring to Bright Young Women. So it's called Bright Young Women.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been wanting to read that too, and so I'm glad you're liking it for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
He was going to ask if you were reading Hellboy.
Oh, yeah, I have started. I'm probably about 70 pages in.
Mara's just going to buy everything we mentioned. Love that. As far as what I'm currently reading, I am working on an arc called I Feel Awful Thanks.
Oh,
which I like the title. I am enjoying it so far. I am also still listening to the audiobook of Count Your Lucky Stars. This week got away from me a little bit. I was sick a little this week, so didn't really get to listen, but I'm hoping to finish that at work tomorrow. Fingers
Nice.
crossed. And listen, Monica by Daniel Klaus is still on my currently reading shelf. Am I currently reading it? No, but I'm halfway through and I want to finish it. So
let's talk. What's going on with you and Monica?
I don't know, Mary.
Are you just, is it boring you? Is it annoying you? Are you just, you don't get it yet? You're iffy on it?
I don't know how I feel about it yet. I do think I will have some sort of feeling at the end. I don't know if it's going to be positive or very negative. It's one of the two.
Okay.
So, and that's kind of why I want to finish it, because I'm like, where's this going? What are we doing?
Yeah. Okay.
So, my dad wants you to immediately read Godzilla.
Oh, because you have the review coming.
He says quick.
Oh, for next. I'm sorry.
I think he's wanting you to review.
You already reviewed that one.
And as far as books to read, I pulled out this this manga that you won't be surprised I own called The Summer You Were There. Some cute Yuri. I don't know.
It was going to be the cats or the ladies. I knew it was going to be
cats
one
or
or the other. Yeah.
I want to read that. Wendy's been sitting on my shelf and taunting me because I do really want to read it. The art looks really fun. And
what's Wendy doing on that cover? Doing? She's running. I don't know what she's doing.
I want to know about her life. Yeah. This is one I still have never opened, but Joker Killer Smile by Lemire.
All right. I know it's Lemire, but this is a little bit of a surprise.
Listen, this is one.
You're like, oh, here's this DC book. Is it even DC? I don't even know. Here's this DC book.
It's Black Label, so it's big.
What are we becoming, Jess?
Yeah, like what are we doing? Listen, could I have read this on Hoopla? Yes. Mary. But I got it. Actually, I think we got it on the way to or the way back from Heroes when we stopped in Ollie's.
It's fine. Ollie's, come on.
It's Ollie's pickup. I was like, well, I like Jeff Lemire. Doesn't mean I like this. I know some people don't like it, but I'm going to try it out.
There's always going to be...
There's always some people.
Yeah, some people.
I also want to actually dive into Meanwhile, a comic anthology, which was a Kickstarter I got a while back. That looks really fun. So got that. Then I grabbed the Smurfs anthology.
Oh, I love the Smurfs.
I know you love the Smurfs. And this has been sitting on my shelf for like a while. I think I got it like deeply discounted somewhere and it looked fun. So I'm like,
I have retro Smurf glasses.
Oh, I love that.
We use them all the time.
Love that.
Thanks. My friend Lisa gave them to me. She was going to get rid of them. I said, don't you dare. Box those up. I will pick them up.
I love that. And I have to tell you, at first I thought you meant glasses.
Oh, no.
And I was like, what do you mean you use them?
Like, oh, would you like a glass of water? Would you like a glass of iced tea?
Got it. Very nice. Very nice. Also, thank you. I would love some water. Thank you. I do also want to read Ham and Eggs, which is by...
I was there during this.
Yeah, the Hero Bear guy. He got me. He was like, look at this. And I was like, you're right. I want it.
Kristen was like, oh, my feet hurt.
I was.
It's the end of the day. And she's like, should we stop? I'm like, yeah, let's go stop. And she's like, I'll take the Omni. I'll take that.
I'll take the bear, the plush
Oh, I
bear.
want the plushie. I was like, wow.
Yeah, they were like, "We'll make you a deal." And I'm like, "Great."
Yeah, I was proud of you. You wheeled and dealed a little bit there.
Yeah. I really kind of did. I was shocked at myself.
Yeah, I think we were just like overtired at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
A little delirious, which was a good
yeah,
thing, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, Smurf sunglasses or something. Yeah.
Listen, I think you two are. It's like the family coming up with business ideas here.
Yeah. That must be. And finally, this has been sitting on my shelf for a while. It obviously screams me, and that is the Grumpy Cat Awfully Big
Aw.
Comics collection. I mean, it just looks like something I'm gonna love.
Oh, the
So
art looks cute.
yeah, it looks very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. So I need to read it. Those are things that will I read? See. We'll see next time.
Listen, we may read something completely not in the pile,
Yeah, absolutely.
and no one will be surprised.
Yep. So we're gonna be here next time on Thursday,
Yes.
unless
Maybe.
something happens.
No, I'm just
and we'll
kidding.
let you know. Yeah. Hey, stuff comes up, but we should be here.
Yes, we should
thank-
be.
Thank you everyone for watching. Please let us know what you're reading. If you've read
Yes.
any of these things we mentioned. What are your thoughts on the comic industry? Do you want to see a whole video dedicated to that? Let me know.
And if you I like to know this if you asked for any books for the holidays, like what are your top picks that you would love to receive as a present?
Yeah. And also, how are you doing on your reading challenge this year? Please let
Yes.
us know that as well.
Oh, like you asking me?
No, no, we'll check in next time.
I don't even normally I'm on top of that. I don't even
Mm.
really know. I guess I don't care.
I think Goodreads told me today I was like 70 books behind, and I was offended.
70? Oh,
Yeah.
that's rude.
I know. I was like, don't talk to me, Goodreads.
Yeah.
It was rude. All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for hanging.
Yeah. Have a good night.